Hugo is referred to as Andro in the Final Fight series before appearing as a playable fighter in the Street Fighter series. He is a professional wrestler managed by his longtime friend, Poison, and both were former members of the Mad Gear Gang. Hugo is a giant standing at 8 feet tall. He was the tallest character before the introduction of Abigail in Street Fighter V, and he is also one of the heaviest characters. He typically wears a pink leopard print shirt with dark pink jeans and brown boots, adorned with black studded wristbands. He has long, messy black hair that flows and moves as he navigates and attacks. In the Street Fighter series, his eyes are usually shadowed during battles, giving him a more melancholic look. In some illustrations, his eyes become visible, revealing that he doesn't have lenses for his eyes. Later designs would give him clearer eye lenses. Hugo is a giant man who lived on a farm in Germany, where he primarily consumed potatoes. His mother encouraged him to grow as big as potatoes, which could thrive in poor soil. He moved to North America when he was in his 20s and used his size and immense strength to start a career in professional wrestling. Hugo has never been defeated in any fight in the world of combat sports. The Andro family is a clan of strong wrestlers. Hugo's father and another uncle were last seen with him in Metro City, although his grandfather was last seen since the fall of the Mad Gear Gang. All of them wear clothes similar to Hugo's with color variations. Grandfather Andro wears blue, and the uncle wears gray, while Hugo's father wears yellow. Hugo has two sisters, whose whereabouts are never revealed. Hugo's mother still lives in Germany. Hugo's father is noticeably taller than his children and wears glasses. Earlier, Cody defeated many members of the Mad Gear Gang inside the wrestling ring, and Mike Hager humiliated Hugo in a battle that drove him to madness. Andro tried to send a televised challenge to Hager through the mayor, but unfortunately, it was never broadcast. Years later, he joined the Skull Cross Gang and crushed Hager. After the disbandment of the Mad Gear Gang, Hugo becomes a construction worker. Feeling nostalgic for home and combat, he cries for his mother's potatoes. At that moment, a gang member remarks that he looks like a potato himself and hits him. Enraged, Hugo retaliates and decides to go to the new tournament to showcase his strength. After defeating Bison, his former colleague Poison approaches him and offers to be his manager. Hugo hesitates, stating that he won't take orders anymore. Poison says she won't be his boss but can assist him because he has a potato brain. In response, Hugo becomes contemplative. Poison interprets this as indifference and announces she'll leave him alone, implying that if she stayed longer, she'd turn into a potato too. Excitedly, Hugo tells her he'll accept her offer, and she can be a potato too. He also expresses his desire to find a suitable partner due to the mysterious death of one of his previous team members by a rival. In Street Fighter III, executing certain attacks on Hugo may make him temporarily invisible or freeze the game. During the tournament, Hugo fights against Ryu. In this battle, Hugo manages to stop Ryu's Shin Shoryuken, the strongest move of Ryu, but Ryu is unfazed and continues fighting. Impressed, Ryu becomes a temporary partner for Hugo. Since his defeat and humiliation by Mike Hager during the Final Fight events, Hugo is determined to become the world's top wrestler. He is often portrayed as somewhat dumb muscles, lacking intelligence, reflected in his peculiar facial expressions, and even admitting to it at times. For Hugo, potatoes symbolize strength and masculinity, inspired by his mother's childhood advice to grow like a potato.